Yo guys, welcome back to the Transfer Daily YouTube channel, and we are back with the latest updates from the transfer market. So we know officially there is really only one game left to play this season, which is the Champions League final on Saturday. So clubs now working on transfers for either the Club World Cup or, if they're not in that, for next season. But we're going to be starting off with one player who I think many of us believe will be a big talking point in the summer and still could be, and that's Alexander Isak. And he's had a brilliant season for Newcastle. 23 goals in the Premier League for Newcastle United this season, and in my opinion, one of the best strikers in the world. And we know Newcastle United on Sunday secured themselves Champions League football, which was crucial because we know that Liverpool and Arsenal were expecting to send proposals through, and this could still happen. But from what I know currently, every time Arsenal and Liverpool have asked about the conditions for Alexander Isak and Newcastle's position hasn't changed. Alexander Isak is not for sale, and this securing of Champions League football will keep Alexander Isak at Newcastle United. And maybe Arsenal or Liverpool still do try for Isak, but I think it's very, very unlikely. So, so the Champions League football means that Isak will stay at Newcastle United this summer, and I'd expect the same for Sandro Tonali and Bruno Guimaraes as well. So Liam Delap, I'm expecting to be talking about him once again in a later video this week, and that is Liam Delap, and he is expected to decide his future before the under-21 Euros with England. So the under-21 Euros starts in the next weeks, and he's expected to be there with England. I think the squad's already been announced and he is there, so let's wait and see. But that decision, because we know he's been having meetings in the last weeks with clubs who are interested: Newcastle United, Everton, Chelsea and Manchester United. And what is the current one? And I saw a report a few weeks ago which was about Liam Delap wanting European football. This isn't a necessity for Liam Delap, despite this report. So European football isn't a must, which obviously then keeps the options open of Everton and Manchester United. And from what I get is that Everton aren't expecting Liam Delap to sign for them. Everton have the money there to trigger that £30 million release clause, but they're not expecting it because they've joined the race very late on for Liam Delap. And the two clubs who have been interested for the last month or so is Manchester United and Chelsea. And Liam Delap obviously has seen all the projects, this type of thing. And from what I've been told at the moment, Manchester United are still believed to be the front runners, but this could change obviously. But let's wait and see. The decision is expected this week or maybe potentially next week on Liam Delap, so I'm expecting his future sorted out very soon. And one of the strikers who's been talked about quite a lot will decide his future very soon. And as we know, whatever club signs him will have to trigger that £30 million release clause. So Juan Garcia, one of the most talked about goalkeepers, and what is going on with him? So FC Barcelona are the latest club to show real strong interest. We know Aston Villa, Arsenal, etc. Also other clubs in Europe have had interest in Juan Garcia for quite a while. And what is going on with this then? So with Barcelona's interest, it is definitely there. Barcelona want to sign the goalkeeper and pushing for the deal as we speak, because Barcelona's plan, if a deal did happen, would be to loan Juan Garcia out for next season, and then he'll become official Barcelona player in 2026, because we know Barcelona currently got Szczesny and also Ter Stegen, where the futures of them two currently a bit up in the air. But if Juan Garcia signs, you'd expect them two to stay, Szczesny for one more season. So let's wait and see. But from what I know, Juan Garcia currently would like to move to the Premier League. So despite the interest from Barcelona, Juan Garcia wants to move to the Premier League. As we know, Arsenal tried to sign him last summer. If he signs for Arsenal, it will be as competition for David Raya. But David Raya, as we know, very good goalkeeper, just won the Golden Glove for the second consecutive season. And Similar with Aston Villa, but Aston Villa, obviously, Unai Emery's Spanish coach, but also Emi Martinez expected to leave. So Juan Garcia at the moment leaning towards a Premier League move. If this does change, I'll let you know in further updates, but it's still surprisingly at the early stages for Juan Garcia's future. So, next up, we're going to be talking about Ryan Aït-Nouri and some news that Fabrizio Romano revealed, and that is that Manchester City have asked for the conditions for a deal for Ryan Aït-Nouri at Wolves. And Wolves, obviously, we're going to talk about Matheus Cunha next, but Ryan Aït-Nouri now, Manchester City are definitely looking for fullbacks this summer. This could be a right back, also a left back. We know left back's a real option, where they tried to sign Andrea Cambiasso this summer, in January. Let's see, because from what I know, Cambiasso, the feeling was in January that Manchester City will return for him and try and sign Andrea Cambiasso in the summer, because personal terms were agreed. It was just a fee with Juventus, but Manchester City obviously will have more money to spend in the summer. So let's wait and see what happens. But Cambiasso, from what I know, is still one of the top options. This is the same for Aït-Nouri, who's another one. He's high on the list for the left-back position for Manchester City, and contacts are expected to continue on this one. So we know Manchester City now setting up deals. Morgan Gibbs-White, Tyrone Reinders, Ryan Aït-Nouri could be next, or Andrea Cambiasso, because, as I've said, Manchester City are looking at fullbacks, and from my perspective, I think they will sign a left-back and a right-back this summer. So let's wait and see. But I think Aït-Nouri currently is a deal that they're exploring, as Fabrizio Romano revealed, and Cambiasso could be next. So as it's been known, if you follow us on X or on the YouTube channel, is that Matheus Cunha will join Manchester United on a permanent transfer from Wolves this summer, and this one has been known for quite a while. Matheus Cunha very keen on the move, even despite no European football next season. He's had a brilliant season at Wolves, highly rated by top clubs like Liverpool and Arsenal, but he has decided to join Manchester United this summer, and the medical tests are expected to take place in the next days. As the first signing this summer for Manchester United, and as I've spoken about Manchester United, Liam Delap could be the next one through the door, but Cunha's there now. And they were going to sign Matheus Cunha either way, even before the transfer budget, even before the Europa League final, these type of things. And Manchester United will trigger the £62.5 million release clause, but they will pay it in instalments of around £20 million in 3 instalments for Cunha. So a very good first deal this summer for Manchester United. Cunha announcement will obviously happen when the transfer window opens, but that is it from me. Thank you for watching the video. I'll be back with more updates tomorrow from the transfer market. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.